Are you still a big hockey fan?
Yeah, for sure.
Why isn't hockey bigger?
Man, the branding from the NHL, they just don't do a good job at getting their players to do more with the media.
You know what I think it is?
Tell me.
I read once that hockey lost a lot when they put the helmets on.
Helmets are a huge factor, for sure. But look at the NFL. The NFL,
yeah, that's true.
And they all wear helmets. So there is a part of that, for sure. You know, where you walk down the street and you might see your favorite NHL player without recognizing him because he doesn't have that helmet on. So, you know, people have said, like, helmets, you're covering up the face. That's how you recognize someone. Like, how are you going to be able to recognize someone without that? But there's also a point in, like, those post-game interviews when you have those guys talking about themselves. In hockey, you're kind of trained from a young age that it's all about the team and it's never about you. It's like, it's very much like, you know, I just got to, like, someone could have scored 3 goals and had 4 assists, and they're asking them about their game, and they're like, you know, like, I just got to give it up to the boys. They played a great game. Like, the coaches set out a plan for us, and we executed on that plan. I wouldn't have been able to put those pucks in the net without my boys feeding me up in the perfect slot. So it's just like stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're never like, I'm the shit. Which more NFL guys do, NBA guys do.
More of a European take.
Yeah, it's like you got to have that confidence because that's those clips that go viral. That's where people attach themselves. You know, you need to have that Allen Iverson cockiness to you. Like, where in hockey, we're not seeing that. And we're starting to see some of it. Like, I think, like, Trevor Zegras was pretty great at, like, bringing a lot of attention to hockey with just, like, him pulling out, like, the Michigan, which is just, like, a crazy move, and he scored a goal. Like, there's just things like that helped the game, but a lot of it was also like they went on a strike when the basketball NBA and NHL were pretty much tied in rate of growth, I believe, and this was like prior to 2000, like 2001, 2002.
Yeah,
this is before my time, but they were both growing, and NHL might have even been a little bit quicker, and they were kind of battling for that third slot of like the major league sports, right? Mm-hmm. And then NHL went into a strike or whatnot, a lockdown, and NBA shot up because everyone was like, we can't watch hockey this year.
Oh, you think that's what happened?
So then they started watching NBA. I mean, I think that's like a huge factor of it, right? Like everyone, like New York was becoming massive. Like everyone was like attached to the Rangers and the Islanders. And then it's like, oh, well, I guess we'll watch like the Knicks, you know, like it's like, and then it changed in the Nets.
I think what you said is right. It's like, you know, that team mentality. It's not the same. It's more like the American mentality of like me.
Yeah.
But also when you just go back to the helmets for a second, in the NFL, they do have helmets, yes, but there's a break in the action on TV to the point where you're looking at like the drama of Tom Brady. You're getting moments of like, Brady now, 27 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
He can, you know, and you're kind of, it stops and it allows you to like emotionally attach yourself.
Yeah,
in
it's slower
football,
pace, and they're allowed to give you, like, they get to give you those storylines.
Yeah.
While you're watching the game.
In hockey, you just don't get that. There's no break.
It's such a quick-paced game.
So fucking quick.
It's such a quick-paced game. That's why I always say, like, hockey is the best sport to go watch live. I don't think there's a better live sporting event
hockey
than
is
NHL.
The best. It's unreal.
It's so much fun. Like, you go to a live hockey game, you could have never watched hockey before in your life. Not watched one bit of it on TV. You go to a live game, you're going to become a hockey fan.
I saw a shootout one night. Down in Compton. No, I saw a shootout one night in at the Kings. Now, do they still do shootouts? Or did they get rid of that?
Yeah, they do. They just don't do it in the playoffs.
So what happens? Okay, right.
Because like they don't want. If you go and you win a playoff game from a shootout, it's like, well, that's not hockey anymore. That's like a guy going up against a goalie, and it's like all in his hands, all in like how, like, you know, there's like skill that's involved in that, but not necessarily hockey. Like, so they moved to where, or it's been like that for a while, but it's just like 20-minute overtime. If you don't score, no one scores. Another 20-minute overtime, another 20-minute overtime, another 20-minute over until one team scores, and then it's over.
Has it gone into multiple overtimes?
Oh yeah,
really?
Oh yeah,
like 3?
Yeah. I mean,
so
I
like
think
6
like the
period?
record is like, I want to say it's like they played like the equivalent of like 3 hockey games or something like that in one night. It was insane.
And then last question, then I'll move off hockey. Why is fighting still allowed?
Because that's just
because it's sick.
It's awesome. What? There's nothing better than that, right?
So you punch somebody in the NBA, you're suspended.
Yeah.
For 3 games or whatever.
Yeah.
In hockey, there's a
5-minute penalty.
In hockey, there's a guy on the team that's there just to fight.
Yeah, and
a bruiser.
You see a lot less of that now. Like, they've definitely gotten away from someone. Like, before you could get into the league for just being a bruiser and being like a big boy who can hit and like you're good at getting guys off the puck. But like now you do need to have skill as well. Like, there's not just guys in the league that are just like absolutely terrible at hockey, but like they can just fight. Like, you still do need to be a good enough hockey player. And yes, there are some guys that are in the league because they're bigger and they can hit and they do have that bruiser kind of mentality, but they've definitely stepped away from what it was. Like, now, like, if you take off your helmet to fight, it's added, like, there's added penalty to that. So like where before every fight was helmet, gloves off, and you go, right? So like there's been some changes to try to make it safer and whatnot, but if you take the fighting out of hockey, like, you're taking hockey out of hockey. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you doing? So you got to keep it in.
It's bizarre they haven't gotten rid of it. Like, you would think, and I know why the league hasn't gotten rid of it, because it
is one of the things that like
makes people want to watch.
Puts hockey, a little bit in a different realm. Like, you're allowed to just drop the gloves and fight in this sport. What other sport is like that? There are none. There are none. So that's just that's
golf,
the best part. No,
not ping pong.
Yeah. I'm close to fighting people in golf a lot, but you can't. You
like to golf?
Love to golf.
Yeah.
Golf doesn't love me though.
It's a very frustrating.
It's a tough sport, man. It's
very
a tough sport. It's frustrating.
Did you watch the Tiger doc?
I didn't actually. No.
You should watch it.
Yeah, good.
You know what's great about it is I didn't know how great he was.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, I knew he was great, but he was like the same things that Michael Jordan did in like clutch situations.
Oh, he's
Tiger did as well.
Yeah, unreal. I mean, the best golfer I feel we've ever seen.
And the story is so great because it's like, his father had him out there at 3 years old, and his father just like, I don't know what your relationship is like with your father, but
really good.
But mine is, I love my father.
I'm sorry I just flexed on you and I went really good. My bad. I'm sorry, my dad loves me, dude.
What's your dad like?
He's great.
Well, let me clean this up because my dad's watching. I love my dad.
Yeah.
I love my dad, but he was tough on me. But go ahead. What's your dad like?
My dad, I mean, he's great. I would say he was tough, but he wasn't like abusive, No. He wasn't. But he was tough bad. On you. He was tough, but like because he knew what I was able to do. He knew what like.
In what way was he tough on you?
I think it was just like he was a coach.
Oh.
So like
he coached you in hockey.
Coached me in hockey. He would like often not want to be the head coach of my team though.
That is the worst setup for a child and son.
Yeah.
The dad's the coach.
Yeah.
There's no way to win.
It's hard. It's a
unless
tough
the kid is like phenomenal.
The best in the world, and it's not even close. Like, you know what I mean? But no, my dad, because of that setup, would purposely, I feel like a lot of the times, not end up being my head coach. Like, he'd be an assistant coach on the team, right? So like he was able, like, because he also really wanted to be involved in what I did. Like, my parents were just super supportive as well. Like, in everything I did, they wanted to be there and rally for me, which was amazing. But yeah, I mean, this guy had me, I was 2 years old, 3 years old, probably like 3 years old, but it was before I had started going to school, and like we were in my room and he was having like the 12 by 12 math. My dad's a math teacher. He's a calculus teacher. We'd have the 12 by 12 multiplication tables out, and I'm like having to memorize every single one, and then it was like I'm going to hockey in the morning at like probably like wake up at 4:30 a.m. to get on the ice before, which it sucks we did all this work and it didn't pan out at all. My bad, Dad. I'm sorry, dude. You just didn't have the genetics to pass on to me. This is more on you than me.
How good were you?
I was very all right.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was just okay at
Did you play high school?
No, I didn't play high school. By the time I'd gone to high school, I feel, one, I was like playing more lacrosse.
Yeah.
I'd like kind of moved more into lacrosse. And then also, I think I just like social media started taking over so much.
Yeah.
I was like focusing so much on that, doing so much with it, that there were a lot of times where I was like, I had to pick what I was going to do. Like, it was like, I don't have time to play on a lacrosse team and a hockey team and then do like other high school sports and then also do my social, like, it was just like, I'd have like one has to go.